everybody. Hello. Sharise Johnson Moore here. How is everyone doing? I know we on day 31. Okay, we on day 31. I said I was gonna complete this. I'm completing this, right? 30 days. All right. Hello everyone, and welcome to day 31 of the 30 days of 30 Days of Visibility YouTube series. My name is Sharise Johnson Moore, and I am the owner of Sharise and Johnson Moore, publishing consultant and visibility coach. How is everyone doing today? What's up? Yes, I know. I like to give it to you like I see it. Come on, we gonna do this. Day 31. The topic is finale and transition day. Finale and transition day, right? So we are talking about day 31, from visibility to impact. What next? What's next after the 30 days of showing up? What is next? What is next? What is next? Okay. So we want to really get into this topic of what is next, right? Want to get into the topic of what is next. And that means that, oh, what you got planned. What you got planned, you know, it really solidifies what we're gonna work on for the next couple of days. You know, 31 is a recap of the 30 days of visibility. And what's next? What's next for you? Yeah, what's next? What is next? What is next for you? What is next? Okay, so um the whole month consisted of ways that you can do your visibility, right? And we covered topics such as what visibility really means, key lessons from the month, how to maintain visibility after the challenge, what changed for you, and what changed for me and what changed for you. Okay. And um what's next, the invitation to the next level, so we're going to go through these. We're going to recap the entire month. We're going to shift from learning the application, and we're going to do position you as a guide into the next season, naturally. You know and I will naturally you know, uh, invite you into the coaching and the product and deeper support. Okay, that is what we're doing in this episode of the day. Um, and it's like a graduation and a commissioning at the same time. So we first started off with what visibility really means. Now, it was not just to be seen, it was being positioned. Okay? Positioning you. Not just being seen, but positioning you to tell your message, to tell your story, to introduce who you are. What do you do? How do you do it? What makes you go out and want to bring exposure to what you do. Okay. Moving from exposure to influence to the impact. Okay. That's what we went through when it came to what visibility really means. Moving from exposure to the influence to impact. Right. And so, we had that going on. And then there was some key lessons we learned. Key lessons we learned from the month. We had to have faith over fear, consistency over perfection, and strategy over randomness. Okay, that is what applied to me. What I applied to what I wanted to bring you. I wanted to show you the faith over fear factor. I wanted to show you consistency over perfection. Cause I know with some days I ain't feel like doing my hair, but I came up here anyway. I had a headscarf on one day. Yes. So that was the the consistency over perfection. I some days I think I had jewelry on, some days I didn't have no jewelry on. I had a headscarf on one day. I wasn't trying to be all, I sometimes we get in our lazy moods and we don't feel like showing up all pretty. Okay, we don't feel like showing up pretty. We don't want you see us how we is, how we is sometimes, and that's good. Sometimes that's a good thing to be, where you just show up as you are. Um, and strategy over randomness. Okay, this was strategic. This was a strategic move to show you and me. I had to show myself. I had to build this on myself because I say this. I say this. The last time I revamped my business, I don't even think I got into my programs. I got into the introduction. I tried to introduce a new product, and the product introduction was a failure. Okay. Now these are some things that you I don't you noticed or not noticed with me. I have revamped my business maybe twice in the last 3 years. Okay. And I finally am happy with the niche I am in, publishing consultant and visibility coach. And it also highlights my business as a speaker and a gospel artist. So that is a service I'm now offering. I'm being strategic. This strategic move was planned. It was planned. It was thought out. It was done in a very professional manner. I took my time this time. I didn't just throw something against the wall, see if it stuck. Okay. I put a strategic plan with what I was going to do. And this is something I thought of, I was thinking of when after I left that conference I had in October. That conference in October changed my whole mindset because God talked to me during the whole conference. God talked to me about things I could implement in my business, what I could do. October, November, December, January. And this is when I revamped my business was in June, really in June before the conference, but the conference made me have a better understanding of who I am and what I do. Okay. And um this I know I have a feeling that this is where my real true niche is, as being a publishing consultant and visibility coach, because I love helping authors. I love helping authors from the beginning, where they're just thinking about writing a book. They thinking about it. It's a thought, right? It's an idea. And then we put the idea into a manuscript, and then we put all the pieces together like a puzzle. Okay. From the copyright to the ISBN to the proofreading, editing, all those things, getting you a graphic art designer for to do your book, your website, things like that. That's the type of stuff I love to help people with, because I do not want to see anybody struggle like I did when I first started writing my book, when I first became an author. And now I've come to love that, and I love helping authors. I love helping entrepreneurs. I love helping others in their destiny to be entrepreneurs, no matter what the genre is. And it has become a real thorn in my side of stuff that I have seen happen to authors. And I don't want them to be taken advantage of. I don't want them to be manipulated or bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray, run amok. Okay. And I really want, to sit down. I'm not a rushy person. I have learned is one thing I learned in business. When you rush, stuff does not end out well. When you rush, and you're rushing a person through a process because you got paid, and because you got paid, you want to rush the person through the process, and then you send them on their way because you already gave them what they wanted, or you helped them get what they, or you, that was all that you was gonna give. Okay, that's all you get. That's all you get. You pay me. This what you get. We work together. Then you go about your way. No. I want to give you a whole package. I want to sit down and teach. I want to sit down and teach you the basics of how it is to be an author. From the first thing we talk about is about budget. We talk about budget. We talk about the whole plethora of what it really truly means to be an author. I don't just take your money and sit down. Come on, let's rush. Let's do this, and then I'm gonna send you on your way. I don't do people like that. I don't want nobody to do me like that, so I ain't gonna do nobody else like that. Now, and as far as I'm concerned, if you in a rush, you're not for me. I realize that all money ain't good money. Okay, because sometimes people rush to do stuff and they're putting a cart before a horse, and therefore they know it, they got to go back and redo stuff and spend more money. And I'm trying to help you alleviate that problem. Okay, so anyway, that's how I am. I had to learn how to slow down and be strategic over randomness when it comes to my clients, when it comes to my business, when it comes to anything I do. And my other strategy was put God first. Ask God, is this for me or is it not for me? And listen and wait and be patient. Okay. Number 3, how to maintain visibility after the challenge. How to maintain visibility after the challenge. Weekly, weekly rhythm, a weekly rhythm, a weekly set down with yourself and say, what do I want to do this week? Not rushing, not pushing, not well, I'll pile all this stuff on my plate, and then I know I can't do half the stuff I put up here. Okay, weekly rhythm. Okay, I'm going to do this week. With this week, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do some of this. I'm going to do some of the content focus. What is your content going to focus on? Are you going to do lives? Are you interviews? Are you going to do? Are you going to post? And there's another one. Platform discipline. Platform. What platform are you going to use? Are you going to use all that you have? Or are you going to just use 2 or 3 or 1? Okay. Like I gave you this example. I want to start using TikTok, right? Okay. Now, never mind. Let's just say I already have 2 Facebook pages. I have a YouTube. I have a Twitter. I have LinkedIn. I have Instagram. I got Lemonade and Fanbase. That's 8. That's 8 platforms already. Now TikTok will add 9. Okay. So, I realize I can't be on all the platforms at one time, right? So this is what I do. I make a post. And send that post out there. If I make a post that day, what I would do, I would just do that one post for that one day. I wouldn't, for all my platforms. If you have, kept up with me across my platform, all my platforms I'm on, I do the same advertisement across all platforms for that one day. I don't get into 5 different posts doing 5 different things, and I'm gonna post on all platforms. That take me too long to do all day. And it's good to schedule your post. You can schedule all your posts when you have the time. And this is another thing. Please make time for your business. Please make time for your business. Because if you do not plan, you are planning to fail. Okay? Weekly rhythm, content focus, and platform discipline. Now we're going to number 4. What changed for you and should for them? confidence. One time my confidence was not as high because I was so worried about people, places, and things. And thinking I had to make everybody happy to like me. No ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. I'm off that bus. I had to get a transfer. I had to get a transfer. I had to get a transfer and get on the motivated bus. I had to get off that people pleasing bus and get on the motivation train. I had to go get on another ride because I had my confidence is high. And I realized some people can't handle my confidence or how I feel about what I do. And it's not my problem. Okay. And clarity, clarity came to me so well after that conference. I was realizing, look, why are you stuck? Why are you worrying about what they think? Why are you worrying about how they feel about you? Why are you worried about that? And I had to ask myself, that I shouldn't be worrying about them. I should be worrying about God, about what He thinks, how He feels, because He has me here, and He the one that can take me, brought me in, and He can take me out. Okay, so clarity about what I want to do in my business, clarity about how I want to, be treated, clarity about how I had to make boundaries. I had to create boundaries. How I had to, learn how to rest, learn how to take time, learn how to listen to my body when I'm overexhausted or I'm drained. I had to learn how to, that clarity came in. And then it comes to commitment. How committed are you to your business? How committed are you to your business? I'm committed to my business 100% because I learned that if I don't show up, I don't, if I don't show up, I don't keep my word. If I break my word, it has a bad reputation. It leaves a bad taste in people's mouth. I had to stay with my commitments, which means, look, I could do this and I can't do this. No, that's not for me. This is for me. And when I committed, go all the way through with the commitment I have spoken about. This was my commitment. And commitments mean a lot. Commitment means a lot. It helps your self esteem when you finish something to completion. You finish it in its time frame that you said that you was gonna do it. Okay. That's another thing I had to do. That was another thing I had to really have an understanding with this clarity. Right. I'm gonna say this. When you make a commitment to yourself, make that commitment to you. Don't make that commitment in front of others just to make yourself look good or sound good. I had to. I had to call myself out on that myself. I had I had to do more doing than talking this year. I had to show up instead of doing a bunch of talking this year. Okay, that's one thing I had to learn with this clarity thing. Clarity taught me stop doing a bunch of talking and then you're not following through. Okay, don't do a bunch of talking and not following through what you said because people gonna look at you sideways when they see you saying, "Oh, you said you gonna do this, but you ain't doing it." So what that say about you? Okay, I had learned that. And this is also what it helped me understand. Do not broadcast what you're going to do before it's done. Do not broadcast anything, any ideas, anything that you are working on before it is completed. Do not do that. Make sure it's finished first. Make sure the website up. Make sure the make sure your social media platforms are together. Make sure that program is together. That offer, whatever that is, make sure it's together before you bring it. Before you speak it out your mouth. Make sure that what you say is gonna meet with what you're about to do. Because the worst thing I learned this something I learned. I would always tell people about what I was doing before I created it. And then um I would I wouldn't keep my end. I wouldn't keep my commitment. I wouldn't keep what I said. I wouldn't I wasn't respecting myself. That's the way I'm saying. I wasn't respecting myself. And when people see that you do that, when you speak about stuff that you're doing or speaking about things that you're working on and you don't we don't they don't see no results, people start looking at you sideways. They're like, oh no, I don't want to really work with her because she says she want to do this, but she ain't done it yet. So what is she doing? Or what is they doing? What is he, she, they doing? Okay. Always work on your projects. When it comes to your projects, if you have an idea, work that in the background. Work it, do it in the background. You don't have to tell nobody. Okay. Keep it until yourself until you have done the completion. The website, how they can enroll, all the things that go into what your project is about, your offer. Okay. Um, yeah. So I want to give y'all that. What's next? Invitation to the next. Okay. Whether it's coaching, community, programs, or media opportunities. Okay. What is your next? Next, coaching, community, programs, or media opportunity. What is your next? And have you planned for it? Have you sat down and made a plan for it? Have you sat down and made a visionary plan for it? Okay. So that is, that is what we talked about for these, what what we talked about for the whole 30 days. Okay. And I want to, let you know that I greatly appreciate everyone showing up. And I greatly appreciate everyone who became sponsors for Sharise and Johnson Moore LLC. We have a sponsor. His name is Jeffrey Mims, and he has become a sponsor of Sharise and Johnson Moore LLC. And I greatly appreciate you as becoming a sponsor for the business. I want to say thank you to everyone. I want you to sit down, create your plans, and get it done as an entrepreneur should. And I want to say that if you need some coaching or you need to put a plan together, please come see me. Okay? Please come see me because you will feel so much lighter when you finish. You feel so much lighter when you finish. Okay? If you are ready to build your visibility plan and get it done, okay, get her done. Okay, come on and see me. Okay, come on and see me, baby. Come on and see me. Okay, this is where you can sign up for the visibility plan, visibility coaching session with me. We sit down, we strategize, we put all the things together that you need to do in that time frame. And I wanted to say, that sometimes your visibility plan does not have to be in a rush. Your visibility plan does not have to be in a rush. It don't have to be done in 30 days. I want to do that all this stuff in 30 days. No, it does not. It does not have to do that. It can be taken in a time frame of you understanding that you have to take your time in your visibility plan. Okay, everything Rome was not built overnight. Okay, neither was the earth. Earth took 7 days, but that's 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, 49 days, 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. Okay, take your time of creating your visibility for your business. Okay, and sit down and get it done and do it in excellence. Even go take some classes. Okay, go take some classes. I know my coach Audrey Richmond is having a marketing class. It's free for tomorrow night. So this is why I had to do these 4 segments, because I don't for tomorrow I know I couldn't do this program and go to her class at the same time. Okay, because I am a slow talker sometimes, and I like to talk and I like to give information and make sure you hear it clear. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and do all 4 of these day, all the rest of these 3 days, 29, 30, 31, for you this evening, 28, 29, 30, and 31 this evening. And everything is going to be on my YouTube channel. Okay. Now, if you would like a one-on-one session, a one-on-one visibility coaching session with me, please come and see me. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Okay. The link is also in the chat for this video. And what are your plans for the next 90 days? What is the plan for you after you have seen all of these videos? I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your plans are. I want to hear what you're doing. Reach out to me. Talk to me. Let me know. Let me know what you're doing, because I want to see what's going on, because I want to support you. It ain't all about me. I like to support others too. It's not no one-way relationship here. I'm gonna let you know that right now. It ain't give me, give me, give me. It's more of let's work together, let's collaborate. Because that's what I'm doing. I want to collaborate. This is my email address. My email address is put in the chat. You can reach out to me in my email. Um, and if you need one-on-one consulting, I also have a free meeting that you can attend with me as well. um okay, so we get ready. Let me go over here. Calendar. Yeah. Oh, this year y'all in for y'all getting ready to get a whole bunch of teaching. So, I'm gonna put it out there and let y'all know that this me, I'm ready to start teaching a lot of stuff that some people do gatekeeping on. And I'm not no gatekeeper. I don't have time for that. Okay. But there will be a feed with some things I will be teaching in this new season. Okay. I'll keep you posted about that one. All right. I love you all, and I wish you all the best in your entrepreneurial journey, whether you're author, apostle, prophet, uh, pastor, bishop, whatever, creative. You are a content creator. You are a songstress, a psalmist. What you do in your business matters. Okay, advertising, visibility, media, whatever that is. I want you to go and be great. And let me hear from you sometime. Contact me in the email, leave a message on the board, in my leave a message for me under one of my videos if you really like it. Okay? Because I am in the process of building a community that wants to participate and wants to learn and wants to teach me as well, because I don't know everything. I ain't look. Let me tell you, I don't know everything. I like to learn too. I am a avid learner. I'm always ready to go to somebody class, enroll in a class, enroll in coaching, enroll in, because it betters me as an entrepreneur. Okay. And I love you all, okay? And I will talk to y'all. I will talk to y'all. I will talk to y'all. I'll let y'all know when I'm doing something else live, okay? Oh, I have a young lady here. I have a young lady. Where's that? Where's that? I'm gonna be interviewing her tomorrow. Okay? I'm gonna be interviewing on Entrepreneur Corners. A special guest, Florence Chicky Florella. Okay, and the book is uh uh Child Julia. That's the title of her book. And we'll be having an interview tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, this is an old flyer. Well, I thought I had. Wait a minute. Okay, well that's an old one, but our interview was rescheduled from the 19th to the 29th. Sorry about that. And so yeah, so yes, yes, that is something that we have to do. You know, where I have her on the show for Entrepreneur Corners. Here it is. Here's the flyer. Okay. All right, here it is. For the 29th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry about the time, you guys. All right, it's going to be tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Chicky Farella. Chicky, Florence Chicky Farella. She will be my guest tomorrow, Entrepreneur Corners. I hope you come out and be a part of the interview. I love you all, and I pray that everyone have a blessed day. All right. I will talk to y'all later. All right, deuces.